Ben Tulfo files COC for senator. O yan, nag-file na siya kanina kasi. Broadcaster Ben Tulfo formalized his senatorial bid kanina bilang kandidato ng sa pagkasenador, no. Tulfo filed his COC at Manila Hotel Tent City. Okay. Should he win in the midterm elections, Ben would join his brother Rafi in the upper chamber. Oo. So, dalawa na silang Tulfo. Doon sa Senado. Not only that, mga Kojero, the likelihood of having the 3 Tulfos, 3 Tulfo ay nandiyan sa Senado ay mataas. Bakit? Kasi top 2 sila sa survey. Palagi eh. Number 1 si Erwin, tapos somewhere in the number 5, number 6 si Ben Tulfo. Laging ganun eh. Laging ganun sa survey. So malakas talaga sa survey. T3 sa Senado. Dati T3 sa radyo lang. Ngayon T3 na sa Senado. T3 sa Senado. Dati T3 sa radyo lang. Ngayon T3 na sa Senado. May mga may mga napansin lang ako red flag. Or may napansin lang on red flag. Ewan ko, red flag sa inyo yun. Pero sa akin, it is. So, tingnan ko, mahuhuli nyo. Panoorin natin to.
Possibility of having 3 Tulfos in the Senate is not a long shot. So given that Senator Rafi is already there, what will make you a different Tulfo?
Well, you have to watch carefully. We are brothers. Isa lang doon dumadaloy sa ugat namin, ang public service. Because I have a different discipline. I'm an executive. I'm a communicator. I listen. Nakikinig ako. Pinakikinggan ko. And FYI, we have solved a lot of problems through legislators who came to us and act like partner because we became their case study. And a lot of laws, and I don't want to talk about it, but if you want, we can have a long conversation some other time and we will present to you kung ano yung mga laws that passed because of those cases na kinuha ng legislatura, the lower house, and pumasa sa upper house. One of which is yung latest after the SONA na naging topic na ipinesenta ng Pangulo. And we're glad because sa baba yun. It's something to do with banking and the scamming, which we have a lot of those cases. Nakipagtulungan sa amin ng lower house. The chairman of the lower house, I think, sa banking was Congressman Erwin Cheng. And there are a lot of laws na gusto namin, kasi ito yung challenge namin, Biometro, yung aming action center. A lot of you don't know that. So now, I'm introducing myself to you. This is another Tulfo.
Red flag number 1. Again, wala akong opinion dito kay Ben Tulfo. This is the first time I'm going to, study. To study. Yun na lang. First red flag na napansin ko is, ang question kay Ben Tulfo was, what will make you a different Tulfo? So, ang premise niya is, sinagot niya yung tanong, ang una niyang sinabi ay, pareho lang, brothers sila, pareho lang ang dugo na nananalaytay sa kanila. So, that is number 1. No? Magkapatid daw kasi sila. Pangalawa, ang dugo daw na naman nananalaytay sa kanila is public service. Standard na yun eh. Naririnig na natin sa lahat ng politiko yun eh. So sige, palampasin natin yun. Walang problema. Okay na yun. Walang problema yun. Sige, game. Palampasin na natin yun. Tapos sinabi niya, siya daw ay isang executive at communicator. Tapos meron siyang sinabi na sila raw ay noon pa man tumutulong ng sumulat ng batas. Oo. Dahil nakikipag-partner daw sila sa lower house. Ngayon, I cannot verify that, no. Yun yung red flag number 1 na napansin ko. Ano siya? Mabulaklak siya magsalita. Ganda ng modulation eh. Ang ganda ng modulation ni Sir Ben Tulfo. Pero very tulad nun, yung pagsabi niya ng marami na raw silang batas na marami daw silang pasabatas kahit wala sila sa Kongreso. I mean, everyone can say that eh. Kahit ako, pwede kong sabihin na, kaya nagdesisyon ng ganyan yung politiko dahil sa mga kritisismo ko sa kanya. Di ba? I mean, pwede ko sabihin yan but which one? Tulad kanina, may yung biometrics o biometrico tsaka yung tulong something. Para i-claim mo na isa ka sa mga nag-contribute doon is quite big, no? Medyo malaki yun. Medyo malaking claim. And to if your claim is that big, then you have to put meaning to it. Kailangan pakita mo alin doon, aling batas. Ano yung participation mo doon sa batas? Nasa consultation phase ka ba? Or kasi ito mahilig ang mga dito naalala ko before nung kapag inaabutan ko pala kasi hindi ko pinapanood yung mga Tulfo sa TV. Pero kapag naaabutan ko sila, lagi sila nagsasabi na, mga congressman dyan, mga mayor dyan, dapat ganito yung ginagawa nyo, mga ganyan. Mga, nagmumura pa. Hindi ho yun parte ng legislation. Hindi ho. Ang parte ho ng legislation is kapag halimbawa, umattend ka ng hearing in aid of legislation, ayun, yun yung mga yun yung mga pagkakataon na ikaw ay nag-participate sa pagbuo ng isang batas. Oo. Yung sinabi niyang yun, it's a grand claim masyadong bongga, kumbaga. Masyadong mabulaklak. Oo. So, hindi niya sinagot yung tanong at yung sagot niya ay hindi related doon sa question. Tuloy natin.
Do you have any question?
Okay, next question please. John, inquiry.net.
Sir, just to categorically confirm, sir, you're running for Senate, sir? Because it was not yet... is this for a Senate run, sir?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, Miss Mayen, Philippine Star.
Pag nag-i-English siya, naalala ko yung tatay ko. Ganyan mag-English yung tatay ko God rest his soul. Pero tapos ganyan din siya magsalita ng English. Ganyan din siya mag-modulate. Meron ganyan din yung niya. But anyway, na-mention ko lang.
Yes, Megan.
Sir, are you running as independent? And how would you address yung issue of political dynasty in the Senate?
Okay.
Yan.
Yes, I'm running as independent. As a matter of fact, there were a lot of invitation. I don't want to, name those parties with due respect. I was invited to join them, but I decided and think about it. And then I realized that I think we had a survey that says I'm better off running as independent. That's a data-driven. So I have to follow that. And that's the preference of the people, data-driven survey.
Mr. Wait. Hanapin natin yung survey na yun Hindi ko pa nakikita yung survey na yun. Wala akong nakitang survey na sinabing rektahan na gusto ng taong bayan na tumakbo siya as independent. Or baka hindi ko palang nakikita. Baka meron pero hindi ko nakikita. If that's the case, mga kochero, kung merong survey na nagsabi na mas gusto nilang independent si Ben Tulfo na tumakbo, baka nagpa-commission siya ng survey. Anyway, tuloy natin.
So independent. Now, as to the question of dynasty.
Yan.
Yes, we're dynasty in terms of helping people in the media first. We broke the record. We were the first brothers, the Tulfo brothers, the four of us. I'm sorry, modesty aside, we lorded over helping people. And sabay-sabay, kaming magkakapatid. And you know us, T3. So, is that dynasty? No, it's not. We don't have any district. Maybe on the executive level, you can say that, pag nag-gobernador ka or nag-mayor ka, because you have a district. But running for Senate, it's a national office. You cannot have dynasty. It's like saying, kasalanan ba namin kung nagguna na minahal namin ang aming propesyon sa media na pareho kami ng aming inibig, binigyan ng importansya. Parang pamilya ng mga lawyers. Everybody wants to be a lawyer because the daddy was a lawyer, the mom was a lawyer. So everybody called family lawyers. Sometimes a family of doctors, family of, engineers. Because of the influence of a member of the family, we decided to love the profession and respect the profession and value that particular profession. How do you call that a dynasty?
Okay.
It's not our fault. People are supposed to pick. But if you talk about political dynasty, that's another story. Let's put a definition. I think we need to have a longer conversation about it. Some other time, I'll give you the definition. I'll be more
Hindi siya ready sa question na
broad
yun.
because we have a limited time. Did I answer the question?
No, you did not. Yun talagang issue sa kanilang tatlo. Yun yung yun actually ng unang-unang red flag na nakita ko kanina. Yung hindi niya sinagot yung tanong. It's a very straightforward question. Do you think kayong tatlo is a political dynasty? Sabi niya, dynasty kami sa media. Tsaka medyo hindi maganda yung bagsak sa tenga nung sinabi niya na we have lorded it over sa public service pagdating sa media. O parang ang dating is sa lahat ng mga nasa media sila lang ang tumutulong sa tao. Parang ganoon ang dating eh. Ako hindi ako komportable doon. Hindi ako komportable marinig yung ganong how much more sabihin, di ba? Parang kasing ganito yan eh. Parang ganito yan, guys. Oo. Try natin gayahin yung boses. Try natin gayahin yung boses ni Ben Tulfo. Halimbawa, ako si Coach Jared ay tumutulong din sa ating mga kababayang Pilipino. Pero hindi lamang naman ako ang tumutulong sa mga kapwa nating Pilipino. Hindi lamang ako. So ganun, parang ang pangit kasi ng dating diyo na parang inaangkin mo yung nagtitake ka ng credit sa mga bagay na hindi naman natin sigurado kung ikaw talaga yung dahilan. Tsaka yung hindi niya nasagot yung tawag dito. Hindi niya nasagot yung question sa political dynasty. Doon ako na parang nautal siya doon eh. Parang tapos yung escape niya, yung palusot niya mga kotsero is that this is going to be a long topic. Baka gusto niyo pag-usapan natin another time. Kung makakarating man tong video na to kay Ben Tulfo, sana inamin na lang niya. Na it might look like a political dynasty and for all intents and purposes, by definition, ang political dynasty refers to a situation in which an incumbent official has at least one relative in elected office in the past or the present government. Yan lang naman ang ibig sabihin ng political dynasty. Merong kang kamag-anak sa politika. Sa nakaraan o sa kasalukuyang gobyerno. Yan lang ibig sabihin ng political dynasty. Sana in-embrace na lang niya. Kaya nga sa akin red flag yun kasi nagpalusot siya doon sa political dynasty. Tapos ang palusot niya, dynasty kami sa media pero hindi sa politika. Parang ang layo yata. Parang hindi yata yan ang pinag-uusapan natin. Pinag-uusapan natin sa politika eh. Political dynasty sila. At tayo mga Pilipino, open tayo sa political dynasty. Sabihin natin, wag nating sabihin hindi. Although nakakabwisit tingnan. Pero, for example, kung di naman tayo open sa political dynasty, bakit natin binoboto yung mga anak ni Marcos, anak ni ganito, anak ni ganyan, di ba? I mean, open tayo sa political dynasty because our political culture has always been like that. Ganyan na tayo noon pa. Sanay tayo sa ganyan. Ang akin, sana tinanggap na lang ni Ben Tulfo. Di ba? Sana tinanggap na lang niya. Sana hindi na siya nagpalusot. Take note mga kotsero. The Senate is only parang ayoko tuloy mag-English na intimidates ako. Tao dito, ang Senado ay mayroong 24 lamang na miyembro. 24 lang po ang miyembro ng Senado. Divided into 12. Okay? So it's a continuing assembly. Ibig sabihin, by the time na bababa na si Raffy Tulfo, pwede pa siyang tumakbo for his second term at nandun pa yung dalawang kapatid niya finishing their first term. Alam natin si Raffy Tulfo, yun? Hearing in aid of grandstanding yun. O sabihin natin, meron pa ibang magkapatid sa Senado, si Jinggoy tsaka si JV. You rarely see them together in one hearing. Pansinin nyo, si Jinggoy tsaka si JV. Bihira niyo silang makita magkakasama sa isang hearing. Pansinin nyo. Tignan niyo lahat ng naging hearing ng Senado. Bihira silang magkasama sa isang hearing. So, let's say itong hearing ng PCO, PCSO pala. Sinabi ni Raffy Tulfo, okay, sige, Mel Robles, I cite you in contempt. I cite you in contempt pala. Tingin siya kay Ben Tulfo. Halimbawa, doon na si Ben Tulfo. Is he expected to second the motion? Kasi pag nag-second the motion o di contempt, kulong. Ganun lang simple yun. Anyway, tuloy natin.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Pakibanggit po ng may jargon and name.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Gab Villegas po ng PTV. Sir, if dumating po ang campaign period, there would be an instance po ba na magkakasabay or magkakasama po kayo ni Kong Erwin sa pangangampanya?
Well, it could happen because first, I'm independent and with due respect to my brother Erwin, he is with the administration. And so it doesn't really matter what party you are because I've always felt we're beholden to the people. And that's the reason why I didn't want to be with any party because I'm a journalist. I'm supposed to be agnostic, beholden to the people. Party comes only second. Either you toe the line because you believe to the, the platform or the whatever's the program or projects that comes along that's being put on the table.
Medyo tinamaan si ano doon si Erwin Tulfo doon sa bandang huli medyo medyo natira niya ng slight yung kapatid niya doon sa huli Yung sabi, independent ako kasi ayokong magkaroon ng utang na loob Like sabihin si Erwin may utang na loob pag tumakbo siya under ng administrasyon. Diba? Parang medyo na nadaplisan yung kapatid niya doon. Ito opinion ko lang opinion ko lang to. I saw some red flags. Ako may nakita akong mga red flags. Pero sa akin, yung pinakamalaking red flag ay yung pagpapalusot niya doon sa political dynasty. Kung nasaan man po kayo ngayon, God bless you and I'll see all of you later sa ating next Coach Jarrett Live. Huwag niyo pong kalimutan mag-like, mag-share at mag-subscribe and I'll see you later guys. Alright, bye! Pag ganun, huwag natin gawing tanga mga Pilipino. Mas maganda kasi nasa lugar ka ng tama kaysa yung pinipilit mo yung pagkakamali. Are they willing to go that far? Hindi makakalimutan ng Pilipino yan hanggat di nasasagot niya. Sino ngayon nagsasabi ng totoo?